Greetings everyone. It has just come to my attention that Suella Braverman, who's pretty much our Adolf Hitler, last night got her motion through Parliament to make the Public Order Act even stricter. It was something rejected by the Lords, but she got it in through the back door. And Labour, who are supposed to be the opposition, they abstained. It's pretty clear that Keir Starmer lied to us so he could get elected. He promised to restore our NHS, get us back in the EU, and all sorts of other wonderful things. But since he got elected, he's went back on pretty much every one of these promises. We have the worst government in living memory right now. We're pretty much seeing what the world would have looked like when we were younger had Hitler won World War II. We were sold Brexit on lies. We were sold Keir Starmer on lies. And that Get Brexit Done election in 2019, don't get me started. It almost completely ruined Christmas for me. I actually had doubts as to whether I could ever celebrate Christmas again as a result. It is clear the Tories will stop at nothing to make Britain unlivable. Our right to protest is almost completely gone. We have to fight back. I keep saying on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and pretty much everywhere else that we need to fight back. But I am not seeing enough evidence that we are. I do see posts on Extinction Rebellion and Just Stop Oil's social media feeds that they are fighting back. But the billionaire press, not to mention the Savile Corporation, pretty much wants to keep it hidden and make the public think there's pretty much no hope, that we are doomed to live in a cost of living crisis that will be worse next year than it was last year, and all sorts of other horrors. The Tories have to be brought down. We need millions gathered in Parliament Square this summer. It is good that NHS staff are back on strike today, tomorrow and the day after. Solidarity with everyone who participates in said strikes. But it's clear that we cannot go on like this. The Tories are doing everything they can to make Britain a worse place to live than North Korea. This is why they got Brexit done. Please, we need to gather in millions if we are to bring down this government. And with the current election forecast looking like Keir Starmer will be our next Prime Minister, I dread the thought of that. Keir Starmer is now promising to be a worse Prime Minister even than Sunak. I am sick of all this waiting for elections, voting for who I actually want to win, and the new Prime Minister being as bad as, possibly worse than, our current one. We need to force change. The 2019 general election was the most traumatic experience of my life, and what came afterwards is pretty much unacceptable for any country in the 21st century. We need change for the better immediately. We need a government who actually cares about us. We need an NHS fully restored, better than it was pre-Thatcher. We need a school system that actually caters to the needs of today's young people. Things have to change. This summer, we need to gather in millions in Parliament Square. Rishi Sunak, Suella Braverman, Keir Starmer, the lot of them have to be stopped.